Hello there. Got turn 38 of EA Abysia. And let's see if the action continues. We see a global enchantment for chai latte. So this is us putting up Eyes of God. And hopefully no one gets rid of it. And we can use it to guide our scouts for more entertainment and viewing pleasure. We have a couple of events. Let's see, we lose some Dominion, we gain some gems. In terms of battles, I'm sending this thug out. He's going to go ahead and kill the militia. I don't think we need to watch that. Fomoria going after Zimria. Oh, don't kill this guy. Tell me he retreats. Okay. Then Ubar attacking Ulm in Barmy. Looks like a pretty cheap camel raid, killing 1 PD. Okay. With Saramatia attacking Ulm. Got a pack of cavalry. Alright. We've got Sabalba attacking Muspelheim. So this is trying to relieve the siege on that fort. Now there's only about half the giants as there were last turn, thanks to Tianan's great sacrifice. Got a whole bunch of Ocelotls. So let's see how everything does. Now this Muspel Jarl's separated from the group. But this other Muspel Jarl has moved in. He's got heroic precision. That's a Frostbrand. Actually, let's see if there's any gear. Oh boy, we've got the Demon of the Skull Staff, a Monster Summoner, alright, 23 protection, Heartfinder Sword, very dangerous. We'll have to see if he ends up going on the attack. It looks like everyone else has the Scarlet Loop for the temporary Blood Slave. And this guy is the general because he's got a morale item. Or a general. Divine Blessing, Gift of Giant Strength. Okay, so he's doing some point buffing so far. Okay. That was a massacre. So we see 9 Aussies go down, some number of other bats, but trading, I would 100% trade all this for this. So, and they probably got some loot. We've got the Tianchi army chasing ghosts, the Vanheim army storming the Fomorian fort now. Got a fair number of mages in here. They look like they want to do a bunch of air elementals. And Vanheim's brought out the whole GSS committee. Additionally, has a bunch of dream spools. So he's probably going to cast some stuff and then have these guys go in. We can take a quick look at some of the dwarves. All right. Now, air elementals received a pretty significant nerf coming into Dominion 6. So let's see how they do. Does need to put up Storm for Storm Power to help. So where is Storm? Particularly before the vans fly in. Yeah, we already have some flying in. Oh, we don't have Storm. So Storm Power doesn't do anything here if we don't put up Storm. Quickly clearing the wall guards with evocations. Unfortunately, all these GSSs do not care about the mist form and the... Yeah. A little bit of a massacre. Okay. So, loses almost nothing. I don't know if they just forgot to script Storm. Or if they were meaning to cast Thunder Strikes, or what was going on with these druids. Alright. Sure, there is a story there. Maybe they'll post it for me. Let's see. So we've got more Lightless Lanterns coming out. We're Enchantment 4, still running for Enchantment 6. I think this is enough to get it in one turn. We're up to 1400 RP. And the hammers have gone, some of the hammers have gone silent for a turn. Because we're trying to, I think there was a breakpoint we were hitting with the research. So we're barely hitting that, if I remember right. Our big stack here, continuing to, I don't know, get bigger. They've lifted the siege here, so we're seeing progress from TNN, and Zabalba. They defeated whatever Makone army was pushing through. They finally defeated the Muspelheim army. There is a Ctis stack rolling on in that they might need to deal with. Tianqi's got 2 field armies out here. You can see the amount of deep raiding going on. And that's right, we do have Eyes of God out. So if I remember right, there was a discount site. So I might as well, because I went through and looked at all the sites. Is it here? No. There was a discount site somewhere in here. Trying to find it. I think it was an enchantment bonus, though. Cedar Pillars. Here we go. Big enchantment bonus. Enchantment 30. Okay. So Pangea's team has that. And the Ubar team, they've got a Conjuration discount here, the Crypt underneath, which is labbed. And if I remember right, they also have an enchantment discount. Just trying to remember where it is. Oh, that's Saramatia. Yeah, but if I remember right, they've also got an enchantment discount. Another big thing with Eyes of God is seeing where forts are located. Pretty useful metric, along with labs and temples. Why can't I not find this thing? Here it is. Enchantment bonus up here. They might not even realize it. Or they don't think it's important. And I think the Baratos team also got something. They've got these guys, pretty cool. Mage's Temple, also cool. I'm pretty sure they had a discount somewhere. I'm just not seeing it. They've also got a Devil's Den, which is pretty nice. I mean, it's a few free Blood Slaves a turn, as long as you spend a mage turn there. Miquelin's got cheap little Blood ones, so I could just have one of those sit there. Yeah, I'm not seeing it though. I thought they had something though. Huh. Could just be blind. But yeah, so there's a few interesting sites about. I think I made notes for my team at some point. The biggest thing that we saw though was mount chaining. So I would be lying if that wasn't a strong incentive for us to look south. Now, in terms of the globals, this is what it looks like right now. Mount chaining. Now, it's not a wasteland, so we can't get Sayur there, or Shed, I believe. But, I forget. Let me check really quick. Yeah, Kielasa does not get the Lunken summons. I mean, it could be nice for me. I could summon a lot of stuff there. But yeah, it's not like the end of the world. I'm not even sure if we'll declare war over it. But making sure the Baratos team doesn't get it could be really important. And then, but yeah, we are thinking about attacking south right now. And there's other benefits towards attacking south. This whole region has seen some significant battles with a lot of attrition. So we could potentially make a lot of rapid gains here. And we don't want to interfere in the Ubar Pan War. So that's largely how we're thinking of that. In terms of research, we did, or no, we're looking to pick up enchantment 6. So I think we're pretty close to that now. Yeah, let's go ahead and jump into the next turn, turn 39. All right, so I've got turn 39 pulled up. We see 3 dire portents go up. One of these is going to be Enchanted Eternal Pyre, and then the Pangea team's going to put up Stellar Focus and Earthblood Deepwell. A TNG stack, Chasing Ghosts. Pangea, also with a cavalry stack. Ctis going after Zabalba. Just killing PD. Pretty significant force, but no mages. So just relying on chariots and troops. And in the Farseer Mountains, the large gosh, I can't even talk. The large Ceramation stack runs into a TNG army. And here we've got Demons of the Heavenly Rivers. Again, just Reinvigoration Spiricite, very light bless, but has mage support. has a fair number of troops. It has the Pretender, Ring of Regen, Dancing Shield, and Headband of Woven Dreams. A Sleep Aura. I really gained an appreciation for the Sleep Aura playing with Demosthenes on Shinyama. So it's pretty cool to have an item that can do that. So this is going to be putting troops to sleep around the cat. It'll dismount cavalry occasionally by sleeping them. And the Dancing Shield will block half of incoming attacks. And so between that and the Ring of Regen, it's a lot of survivability built into this cat, along with high earth and high astral, and including some water. So it's going to be, I think the cat could solo this whole army. I'm going to be real, because there's no mages in it. Yeah, just naked commanders. I guess there's technically an N2 and an N2, so if they have magic that could kill this cat, I think that's unlikely. So I'm going to call this for Tianqi. The real question is how much attrition Tianqi takes, because it's an army fight. This is what the cat looks like with all their buffs. Pure 10, Regen 10. Iron Skin, Body Ethereal, Astral Shield, Temper Flesh, and Quickened Self. And killed a Jade Lizard. Okay, back to the action. All right. Yeah, really a lesson why supporting your armies is really important. So if we take a look at this battle, this is a Celestial Master. I'm going to go ahead and run the gold cost on this. I am curious. So 485 plus 170 is 590. These guys are gems. 56 times 10. So I guess 560. 35 times 11. Plus 10. All right, so we're looking at 2,200 gold lost on the Tianqi side. And let's see, we're looking at 70 times 50. Yeah, and just from the Oreopada, we're at 3,500 gold for Sarmatia. So this was a relative disaster. Loses 185 gold for the commander, or the priest. 260 gold. 25 gold. We'll take the minimum because we can. And 5 times 30, that's 150. Yeah, and over 5,300 gold lost for Sauro. So, and you can see all the work the mages did. So the White Tiger put in 30 kills. The mages put in, I don't know, close to 80 kills. And the troops put in about 90 kills. So it was a combined arms approach that just took apart the Sauro army. Now, this TNG army was probably put into the field later. We've seen this Sauro army running around for a while. It probably left the capital a long time ago, maybe before they had useful magic to cast. But it might have been worth pulling this force back rather than engaging this TNG army. We see the rebirth mod kicking in. There is no gold event. So as long as there's no gold getting handed out, I guess it might be okay. It allows people to recover from like a shitty Burden of Time event or Armageddon. Because I'm willing for this game to go very late, deep into the late game, just for the fun shenanigans in the middle. We can get a black bow and a cat charm, which is pretty nice. So we've put up Enchanted Pyre. So we're sending out all the research boosters. There's so much stuff going out. Can't even see all of it. Research has already dropped like a rock. The warlocks are moving out. They're going to go get blood hunting. My piece in this is kind of done. I'm going to do a mass augury site search. Mostly because I want even more fire gems. Or I guess Eternal Pyre. Oh, we have not put up Eternal Pyre, but we're going to cast it this turn because we have the research. And Well of Misery went up. Okay. So yeah, you can see it here. We're casting this. We have all these guys doing the Grand Communion. I think it worked out to about 40 something levels. But we can always put it back up if need be. When these guys are done casting Augury, they're going to make their way down into the fort. So we can do an even bigger Grand Communion if we need to put it back up. And yeah, I think that's most of it. So yeah, really cool battle. I might try to sneak in turn 40. Yeah, let's do it. That way we end on an even number. All right, so I've got turn 40 pulled up here. You can see all the augury going out. I suppose we can arrow key through it. We find a few gems and a mage's temple. But we don't find a heck of a lot. Rune of Earth. Mountain of Fire. Cool. I suppose I could check in my current turn to see if Kirby noticed the Mage Temple. Yeah, so we've got some battles. Herdman killing Sign of Civilians isn't very interesting. The counter raiding parties are getting smaller, but this time they run into a quarrying. Which might not be enough. This might be... Oh, it's probably the companion spirit for the PD. Okay. So it does kill a fair amount of stuff. Okay. Yeah. And then we've got Zabalba going after Muspelheim, killing some PD. Oh, but they run into the Ctis army. So let's see how this goes. The ethereal Ocelotls should do very well against this army. There's no mages, no magic weapons. Got Bloodlust. '20 strength. They hit pretty hard. They might have to 2-tap, 2 or 3-tap on these chariots. But they have so many attacks they can probably do that. Solid victory for Zabalba. I think it was pretty clean. They took some attrition, but not that much. So they completely wiped the Ctis force. So even worse, a little bit of a replay bug. So even worse for Ctis. They only kill 5 of the Ocelotls. They do kill most of the bats because they aren't ethereal. And the Sun Guides don't hit quite as hard as Ocelotls. So they kill a fair number of those as well. But yeah, kill a lot of the normal bats. So take down about half of this army. And Dolkopor. We've got Ubar and Tianchi. So we've got a Jin raiding force, just killing PD. Or Verney going after Vanheim. Or pinging Vanheim. Okay, it's a smaller force outside now. Ubar is going after Pangea. It's a little camel raiding force. Runs into 1 PD. Ulm running into the same province. Oh, but it's just a scout. Or a single steel maiden. Oh, it was probably just, it had routed into the province and was sitting there because it was a teammate. And there's this weird interaction where in a Disciples game, a player will attack a province, and then the defender's ally will then attack if the province is lost. So even though you were already in the province, you're put into an attacking position, which is kind of weird. Vanheim going after Agartha and Zux. Gonna go ahead and siege through this. There's not much here. I don't think we need to watch it. This is 2 Van Heers. Then Tianchi taking this fortress back from Sarmatia. Again, could have just sent in the cat and would have been fine. But instead, actually takes a fair amount of attrition. Loses 3 demons, 2 mages, and a commander. And something to note here are 11 regular commanders in this army. This army has probably been dealing with Shaitan on the way here. And Masters of the Sword might be another way to try and deal with that, because they're not like critical to the army. So trying to prevent Shayton from pulling stuff you really care about, like this guy. So a little bit of commander chaff. You can see some of the assassination game going. One of our salamanders gets killed by a ghost. And then we patrol out some heretics. Let's go ahead and see this. Any items? Just an imp, so that's fine. Oh, and I forgot to look at graphs. Duh. Alright. So Eternal Pyre does go up. We're still forging lanterns, but we're also forging some other stuff now. And we're really moving out for blood hunting now. So you can see our research has fallen to 300. We've got a new mission statement. It's spin up the blood economy. And yeah, you can see the really nice pushback that the TNN team has put on. Rolling back Macone. We have a new Macone army here, a new Ctis army here. So it's going to be fighting the whole way. And then, but yeah, I don't know. We're going to focus on our mission statement. These mages are rotating into the caves. They're not doing augury spam. This is still making witches. Should let them know about the mage's temple too. And although he might not really need it, but adding, I'm not sure if he has an easy way to add earth onto communions. So, but yeah, we're gonna try and do some wide blood hunting. I don't have a ton of patrol chaff. I'm trying not to burn our provinces too fast. My income right now isn't super important. I'm getting some battle mages. These guys, I think of them as battle mages because they can cast Iron Skin. And I'm going to make a few of these guys, roll them over to Redbud Grove. I was thinking about using these guys as patrol chaff, but they cost too much. So we're going to make them into an army and roll them out. Probably after Hinnom and Kailasa move out. But yeah, I think that's most of it. I think around now we end our nap with the TNN team. So on turn 43, attack orders can be put in. And we're getting pretty close to that. So looking forward to that. And then, yeah, I think that's most of it. Continuing to send out a lot of stuff. Oh, and crafts. That was the last thing. All right. So for provinces, you can see Baratos, Vanheim, Ubar, Bakun, Kailasa. For forts, Baratos is out in front. That's because they got that whole uncontested region in front of the Agartha team. Are we anywhere in the discussion? Not really. We don't have a lot of forts. For income, Ubar is out in front. Pretty scary. That's why we don't want to mess with the Pangea team. Kailasa's down here. Hinnom's pretty low. They tend to eat all their income. And I don't think we're doing much better. For gem income, Paratos out in front again. For blood income, we've got Lanka out in front with Micklin and Baratos. So that whole team is blood hunting in the top 5, which is pretty terrifying. Zabulba's also up in there. And Hinom's up in there. So, and then I'm chilling in 6th place. For research, we've got Ubar out in front. Femoria is taking a dip. Then we've got Ulm and Arco. So Ulm trying to leverage gems and research to counter Ubar's money advantage. For Dominion, yeah, I think we're doing pretty well. We're pushing out of our pocket. Colossus built a lot of temples. I should probably show that off. Army size, the pig factory is online. So Merverni's about equal with Lanka right now. Lanka's got a tremendous amount of chaff, so they're probably doing crazy amounts of blood hunting. Yep. So not all of this is quality, but there will be an increasing share of it that is quality over time. And let's see. And yeah, you can see Colossus temple building program. Now, the way Dominion strength works in Disciples is, I think it's 5 temples to increase your Dominion by 1, your Dom strength. But in Disciples, that gets multiplied by the number of players on the team. So for every 15 temples we get 1 Dom strength. So we're at Dom strength 9, which is pretty good. Would love to get that to 10 if we could. But we'll need a lot more temples. Now, it doesn't tell you the total number of temples for the whole team. It just tells you how many you have as a player, which is kind of annoying because it makes it really hard to tell how many more you need to get the next Dominion point. But yeah. So my I've been the focus of a lot of resources for my team up until this point. And now it's giving back season. So all the research boosters are going out. And pretty soon we're going to be blood hunting like crazy to get that out as well. So looking forward to that part of the game and then seeing what they do with their armies. And then trying to get more scouts out so we can catch more battles. So my current turn, we're pretty close to my current turn. We're catching up. I want to say I've recorded about 40 of these over the last 2 days, 40 turns of this. I started yesterday, and that's why I was kind of trying to rush through the first half. Because I knew there were some fun fights coming up. And I think it's just going to get better from here, is what I'm hoping. I just need to get more scouts out there. So, yeah, it's looking pretty fun. We have some pretty active conflicts. Again, the team I'm most concerned about, though, is this Baratos Lanka team not being pressured. Would love to see the Macone team dip down and pressure them, although I think they'd get rolled. I don't know. I mean, there's 8 teams on the map. So by napping both of our neighbors, we've created an oddity where the Baratos team can also get napped. And maybe we can upset that balance. We'll have to see. So I think that's it for this one. And I'll go ahead and see you in turn 41. Have a good one. Bye.